everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beula Thomas. In today's video, I'll be taking you through our weekly grocery haul and also talking a little bit about our weekly menu plan. I hope this video will inspire you and you might find some tips and tricks to get yourself organized when it comes to your grocery and menu planning. Make sure you click like, subscribe, also the notification button so that you get notified every single time I post a video. I would also love for you to comment below, so just so I know you like such content. Make sure you share this link with your friends and family because I would love for a lot more people to join our community. Every week, I take some time to menu plan and load in our weekly grocery order at Countdown, a supermarket here in New Zealand. Online grocery shopping definitely saves me a lot of time and helps me to stick to my budget. In this grocery order, I got some weekly essentials and also had a top up on a few pantry products. Before getting into our grocery haul, let's talk about menu planning. Here is a glimpse of our week. This week, I'm going into work for a few days instead of working from home. So this is a real easy meal plan. We begin the week with some homemade butter chicken and rice. I'm looking forward to trying the mingle spice mix that I picked up this week. On Tuesday, I'm making the kids' favorite, which is chapati, and serving it with a veg curry. On Wednesday is a freezer meal, which is something I've cooked before and froze to use on a busy night. Thursday, I'll make a rice dish or use up the leftovers. And then on Friday, we finish up the week by making some yummy homemade chicken burgers. Our weekend will be full of comfort food, socializing with friends, and eating outside. I also list out the lunch options so I know what we're prepared or are planning to eat during the week. I find this really helpful, especially when we're working from home. Now that we've gone through our menu, let's get into the grocery haul. So we're starting off with our spices right here. I had to buy some cardamom powder and also the pods because over lockdown we've been drinking so much cardamom chai that I've completely run out. It's something I usually buy from our Indian supermarket, but I decided to just add this on in our weekly grocery shop, and also had to get a top up of a few other spice mixes. Some chips for our kids just to get us through the week. Right up in the back, some quick oat sachets, not something we buy all the time, but I just added in this week. Also maple syrup to go with our pancakes and also in some of my baking. I like this one because it's 100% maple syrup, so make sure you always check the ingredients when you pick it up. Next is the Riceys or rice bubbles. We use this for cereal or Rice Krispie treats, and that's why I bought some marshmallows just in case we wanted to make some during the week. I also got some of these crunchy oat bars to add to our lunch boxes. It's just a lovely little treat, even with a cup of coffee. Rice cakes is next. I usually use these for our lunches. Smashing an avocado and adding it on top is just absolutely delicious, and I highly recommend. Faraz is one of our favorite brands, and I always get their wraps, but I've been loving these low-carb wraps. I've always had the plain ones, but I've been really happy to try these super grain ones this week. I make wraps with these. I make quesadillas. I also picked up some for the kids as well, and these are just absolutely filling and delicious. Got some bread as well for the week for our breakfast toast, and also for lunch sandwiches and burger buns for our chicken burgers. I usually get the brioche burger buns, but it's been out of stock due to lockdown, so I just picked whatever that they have, and I'm sure the kids won't complain. Well, I hope they don't complain. Next, I grabbed some coffee sachets from Moccona. This has been a lockdown find and a great replacement to cafe coffee. I highly recommend it if you're looking for something instant. This tastes great. Also got some Indomie, which is instant noodles. You'll be surprised, I think, when I say this is the second time that I've bought these in the year 2021. This is not something that we usually buy, but during lockdown we grabbed it for the kids. They tried it, they loved it, and they really asked for it, but I bought it, and I'm going to hide it in the back of the pantry, and I might pull it out, you know, a couple of months or a few weeks from now, who knows. But I've just got that in the pantry. Flour, because we're always baking in my house. We're making one thing or the other, so always need to have flour. I also needed to get some pantry top-ups, so I got some breadcrumbs. I use breadcrumbs a lot for tuna cutlets or to crumb chicken. Also icing sugar, again something for baking, and also raw sugar for our tea and coffee. I also bought some coconut cream and milk. I use these in our curries, also to cook rice in. It just makes every dish really fragrant. Bought some cashews because we were out of them. I used them in lots of different recipes. Had to top up our brown rice, so got some of those. Now I want to talk about this brand called Mingle. I came across them on Instagram, and then I noticed that they had a bunch of spice mix. Now the cool thing about this is, if you look at the ingredients really close, it's all natural ingredients. I'm not sure if you have tried this brand before. If you have, can you leave a comment below? I'm going to be using this to make our butter chicken this week. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, but I'm looking forward to trying it for sure. Now my fruit and veg this week came from this company called Motions here in Wellington. The rest of it came from Countdown, but the fruit and veg all came from Motions, and I love shopping with them because their quality is really good. I have had no complaints so far, and I hope that continues. Got some cucumbers. These will go into wraps, into salad this week. Kumara, which is a sweet potato. I was not expecting it to be this large, but this is what they sent. I'm going to be roasting this with some carrots, and these will be part of our lunch. I'll also be adding in pumpkins to this. So kumara, which is sweet potato, carrots, and pumpkin. Got a whole tray of free-range eggs, some lettuce for our sandwiches and wraps and salad. Fruit, kiwi fruit goes into our lunchbox for one child. Apples for the other child. He loves to snack on those. Spinach, I'll toss this through to our roast veg or even put it into our wraps. The pumpkins to go with our roast veg. So our kumara and carrots. Lemons that were given to us by our neighbor, so I just added that to the mix to show you that goes in. And avocados to go with our rice cakes. I got some chicken, free-range chicken. I actually got a couple of trays. One is already marinating for our chicken burgers when I was recording this video. So I just put out one tray on the table for you all to see. Then I was looking for curly fries, but I couldn't find any. So we ended up getting these mini smiles, and I think they will taste good. We're yet to try it, but I'm looking forward to giving them to the kids. Some little bit of custard for the week, just a little treat for the kids. I also picked up butter. I usually grab 2 when we run out of ghee, so I'll be using one for our baking and other things, but the other one will be melted and made into ghee. Some cleaning supplies because we needed a top up, and some aluminum foil. I also grabbed some dairy products, so some milk and yogurt. And that brings us to the end of this grocery haul. And now let's move on to the next step. Before I load in our groceries, I always like to give the fridge a quick wipe down and remove anything that needs to go in the bin. Often I don't have to get rid of much, as menu planning reduces a lot of food waste. Having a clean fridge means our food stays fresher for longer. I like doing a deep clean every fortnight or once a month, but a quick wipe down each week before I load in our fruit, veg, dairy, and meat always helps. As I put things away in the fridge, I make sure what needs to be used first is placed in the front of the shelf. Anything the kids need, like the fruit or custard, is reachable and visible. I must also say that when I menu plan, I know roughly how much I would need of each vegetable. This week, I got sent a very large kumara, that is sweet potato, instead of a few little ones like I was expecting. So I will chop it all up, cook half of it this week, and store the other half in the freezer. When next week arrives, I have the kumara already chopped and ready to go in for my roast veg dinner. I also get started on making my ghee as I put things away, as it'll be ready by the time I'm done loading the fridge and freezer. Once I have put everything in the fridge and freezer, I give the doors of my fridge a quick wipe down. After putting away everything that needs to go in the fridge and freezer, I then move to transferring the pantry products into containers. I do this because it looks great in my pantry and it's much easier to find what I need. We can also forget that we already have a particular product if we just toss the packet in the pantry. Chances are we will find it a year later in the back of the pantry. I'm sure a lot of us have been there and can relate to what I'm saying. Once I began the habit of storing my pantry supplies in containers, it meant I stopped a lot of food waste and I also saved a lot of money by not overbuying. If you aren't in the habit of doing this, you can begin today. Reuse empty jam jars or pasta sauce or mayonnaise jars. A lot of stores also sell pantry storage containers at affordable prices, so make sure you shop around before you invest into some containers. The other thing that I do each week is to organize the kids' snacks. I put them in clear containers so it's easy for them to grab a snack. But I also make sure I don't put all of the snacks out in the same shelf, because any parent will agree with me when I say kids can eat a whole week of snacks over a weekend if they are allowed. After the weekly grocery shopping arrives home, I make sure it is put away instead of waiting till the next day. I find that when I do it immediately, I put everything in its right place. The last thing I want are the bags of pantry supplies hanging out on the kitchen floor for days. These days it's a family activity with the kids helping us to put things away, and then they flatten the paper bags they come in. I hope you enjoyed this video and have been inspired to menu plan this week. I would love it if you leave me a comment below. Also make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel too. Thanks guys, and I'll see you at the next video.